Tom Holland.
Caleb.
Hello guys, A Day with Caleb here. Should that be a new thing? Kinda digging the hats when I film. Might be cool. This is, the Nuff Said hat from, the Stanley box. Thought I lost it at, Disneyland when we went, in Anaheim. Went on the Matterhorn bobsleds, took it off, put it in the pouch, got off the ride, went on to do other things, went to Indiana Jones actually, looked down, usually pull it off and attach it to my belt loop, and then getting off the ride, of course I put it back on. Reached down to get it, did not have it. I'm like, this is like a one-of-a-kind hat that you cannot replace. So went back, asked them if they had the hat, described the hat. Someone said they saw it on the Matterhorn, mountain. And I was freaking out. The guy looked in the box, pulled it out, and from that point on, always looped it on my belt, so I wouldn't lose it. Anyway, rabbit trail. Today, obviously, we are doing, as promised, the Spider-Man autographs video. We got most of them. The ones that we couldn't find, we did reprints of. But most of them, shockingly, I was able to find. These are Spider-Man from the movies, from TV shows, live action and animated, then some video games. All encompassing, if they voice Spider-Man in something, I probably have their autograph. So let's dive in, take a look at the Spider-Man autographs. Big one, right off the bat, we did show this in a Dollar Tree, Josh Spidey pickups video. We did show it there, but I mean, how can you not show that every video? Am I right? Kirsten Dunst is my Laura Dern. Many of you are followers of CS. His celebrity crush is Laura Dern. My Laura Dern is Kirsten Dunst. This is my celebrity crush. When I was young, growing up, Jumanji, she was the cutest thing. And, of course, as we both grew up, she became more and more beautiful. Anyway, so Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst autographs from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. So that is very cool. Paul Souls from the 67 animated series. As you can see, I've added to the artwork, well, not artwork, he signed this card here, as you can see, but I just kind of built around that, kind of like in a scrapbook style, if you will, but it's in this picture frame, so that is cool. Then this is our first reprint. Michael Vaughn, he voiced Spider-Man in Web of Shadows. Need to play that game again. It's been a long time since I did Web of Shadows. This one, the voice of Ultimate Spider-Man in the video game, you can barely see. Tiny autograph. So we got that. Then this is our autograph, but it's awesome artwork. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and then at the top, if you can see, it's all these Spider-Men. Except Tom Holland's missing and the new Spider-Man that's in the new series. But such cool artwork, had to print that off and frame it. Very cool. Then we have from the Amazing Spider-Man video game, that signature there. I love how that turned out. Very cool. Then this, again, is not autographed, but Spider-Man Unlimited, to put right next to Rhino's autograph. Then we have Yuri, who did the PS4 Spider-Man, as you can see there. Also voiced Superman, which I've said, but cool to have his signature. And I'm going to put that so it doesn't fall. Then the MTV Spider-Man, of course, Neil Patrick Harris. Love how these turned out. I'm surprised the Spider-Man lined up at the top there. Then we have kind of a smaller picture of the cast there. Lego Spider-Man. Then, as previously mentioned, Rhino from Spider-Man Unlimited. And he's done a bunch of the video games, voicing Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Then the newest Spider-Man from the newest animated series. That is cool to have. Then from Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, also the voice of Spider-Man in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I thought about doing like a little picture of Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, but I didn't want to take away from this amazing artwork. The game is, I do love the game, kind of, it's not the best, but I do love that you can choose which Spider-Man you want to be. But this artwork, they knocked it out of the park with that. Love that. Then we get to, of course, my childhood. My favorite animated series, of course, Spider-Man being my favorite. That is C.D. Barnes. He put, let's see, To Caleb, C.D. Barnes, Spider-Man. That is awesome. I, of course, had a Spider-Man shirt when I met CD, and he was kind of taken back because most of the people were there for him to sign Little Mermaid stuff. He was Prince Eric. But I'm like, nope, not me. I am here for Spider-Man. Because he, of course, is my favorite character. Then some people were surprised, and I am also surprised that I got Nicholas Hammond's autograph. He is kind of one of the harder ones to find, along with Tom Terrific. there's nothing even written about him, like on Wikipedia or anything. But very cool. We used to rent these movies at the library and watch them. Then Tom Holland, Homecoming is, well, I say favorite film because I can rewatch it over and over, but Spider-Man 2 from Sam Raimi is the best, one of the best comic book movies ever made. But Homecoming to me is my favorite because Ned and Aunt May, smoking hot, and Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. It's just a lot. Then the Vulture, Michael Caine. Brilliant performance, especially the car scene with all that tension. Very cool. Then we get to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with this Spider-Man. I could go down the road of getting all the Spider cast, like, you know, all the Spider people out there that voices them, sticking strictly to Spider-Man. That's where I draw the line. The Japanese Spider-Man TV series, that obviously is a reprint. Then the Spectacular Spider-Man, the animated series. So cool. Kind of a simple artwork, but I love it. It's kind of like when they build characters, it's kind of like his character card, if you will. Then Danny Segan, Spidey Super Stories, again in the kind of scrapbook style. Then Tom Terrific. We'll try and get it better this time. It's hard to pick up with the glare there. You can see his New York appearance there with his signature. Very cool. Then we get to Drake Bell from Ultimate Spider-Man. Very cool to have that. When I was getting it, there were two kind of signatures from the same seller. There was this one in the kind of action-y pose. Then there was one very similar to the Spectacular Spider-Man, where he's kind of standing up. It was kind of closer in on his body, if you will. But I went with this one because it just looks cooler. Not saying that this doesn't look cool. Very cool. But I didn't want like all of them like standing up the same pose and all. So he's kind of shooting his web there, so I'm like, gotta get that one. Then we have one more, of course, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Actually just got the kind of limited edition set of that, if you want to go back. It's in a pickups video. I can't remember. I'll try and remember and put a picture there. It's in one of my later pickups videos, a couple months back by this point. But Andrew Garfield, very cool. Very cool to have him. Was he my first signature that I bought? It was either him or Nicholas Hammond. I want to say Andrew Garfield was my first signature, and I think I found Nicholas Hammond later. Then Tom Holland. and then the floodgates opened, and I got the rest of them. But it all started with Andrew. Very cool. Uh, kind of sad the way he was kind of let go and fired. But after Amazing Spider-Man 2, I really did not want to see Amazing Spider-Man 3. Not that him or Emma Stone were bad. It's just 2 was just such a I don't want to say bad because Spider-Man means a lot, but it wasn't good. Electro was kind of the typical nerdy science guy that has a thing for Spider-Man, and then anyway, I could do a whole video on reasons not to watch that film. Aside from the kind of score, and Green Goblin was good, the kind of hand web with Gwen Stacy didn't really dig that. Anyway, go watch Spider-Man Homecoming or Far From Home or Spider-Man 1 and 2, Sam Raimi, awesome. Hopefully this third film of the Tom Holland movies will be good. Kind of left on a cliffhanger. No spoilers here, but it was left in a kind of interesting spot. Comment down below what your favorite Spider-Man autograph was, and then comment your favorite Spider-Man, whether it's Tobey, Andrew, Tom Holland, or Nicholas Hammond. Could be. He was vital during our childhood with the movies. C.D. Barnes, very special Spider-Man to me because of the animated series. Or it could be one of these others here. Drake Bell, could be some random one. Comment down below any that I missed. I did thorough research. I researched every Spider-Man show, live action, animated. I went through all the films, of course. I knew all the films growing up. And then I went through the video games. So, did I miss anybody? I could have. I don't think I did, but I could have. I very well could have missed a Spider-Man out there that I didn't think about. Because I didn't even know about Tom Terrific until I was buying the Danny Segan, Paul Souls, Danny Segan, and I saw Tom Terrific, looked him up, nothing out there about Tom Terrific. So I was watching YouTube and there was a clip explaining kind of what he did in the early days of Marvel Comics. So, anyway, if you're new to the channel, subscribe down below for more content every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 1 p.m. Share with a Spider-Man lover, a movie lover. It really will help the channel grow and prosper. Hoping for big things this coming up year, and of course this year with new content 3 times a week for now. We'll see about growth maybe next year. Right now it's three videos a week. Let's see, am I missing anything? No. if you're a Spider-Man lover like me, of course, Stan Lee will always be in our thoughts. So on that note, we'll close with one of his many sayings, but this probably his most famous one. Until next time, guys, Excelsior.